See you, TMG.
Tell you the truth.
Keep telling the truth, man.
Oh yeah. Anyways, onto boxing. Crawford Porter talk to me. We haven't been able to dissect that.
I think we have. Did we not talk about it?
Talk about briefly. This is why I brought John on the show for him to dissect, give us his expertise on what happened in that fight.
You want to go first?
Yes, you're the guest.
You see, with that fight, watching it, that's one of the best fights I've seen in a while, in my opinion. I think the fight was fiery. Sean Porter, he was aggressive in that fight, man. But I think Terence Crawford broke him down. He was smart. I thought at first he was like, why is he letting Porter be the aggressor? But then I clocked he was just picking his moments, getting him with meaningful shots. Then when it got to round 11,
I think it was 11.
Yeah, round 11, just finished him off. Like, he just literally took his time, picked his spots. But Porter, I liked how aggressive he was, but there were times he probably should have reined it in a bit. Let Terence come forward now and make some decisions, and then you can counterpunch him. Because Porter's usually an aggressive guy, Terence just used it to his advantage and just literally just counted him well, picked his spots. Like, it was a good fight, man. I enjoyed that fight.
Melo?
Very good fight. I mean, when you say Crawford counterpunch, Crawford just doesn't have the skills, and the skills pay the bills, and the disparity in skill level is what told at the end of the fight. Crawford, like you said, was picking his shots, counting him, timing him, switching stances, giving different looks, downloading information of Porter, and essentially after the, I think it was 6, 7, or 7, 8, 9, or 10th round, that's when he decided to take the fight away from Porter. He decided to go up another gear and up the ante, and Porter could live with him. And I think with Porter, like I've said before, I mean, he's a very good fighter. He's great, a borderline great fighter, but he's not a great champion in the welterweight division. The great champions are Crawford, Spence. He used to be Kell Brook, but Kell Brook's body betrayed him. And he used to be Keith Thurman. His body's betrayed him, but just mainly Spence and Crawford. But those 4 guys I mentioned, they're the only 4 guys that beat Porter.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did Kell Brook fight Triple G?
Chance of being great. What's the poor decision?
Triple G is too dangerous, man.
Went up 2 weight divisions. It was broken. But the chance of being great, the money was probably his career payday, that sort of thing. He caused Triple G a lot of problems, but he just couldn't handle the power. And that's the thing, those American boxers, like I said before, they don't do those sort of things. They manage their career effectively.
Yeah, because there's no way Spence or... I don't think Crawford would have gone up 2 weight divisions.
No, not to fight him.
No.
I think Spence should go up a division.
He's going to go up a division once he fights Crawford. If he's
never going to fight him.
He's going to fight Crawford.
Crawford was looking for him. Crawford was looking for him in the ocean.
He can't get away with not fighting Crawford. As long as he's healthy, he can't get away with not fighting Crawford because
we don't know if Spence is healthy.
His legacy depends on it. Just how Mayweather couldn't get away with not fighting Pacquiao. His legacy would have depended on it.
Even though that fight was 5 years too late, but
that fight was late, but this couldn't.
He has to be there. You just have to get it out of the way, isn't it? I guess Crawford. I think Crawford's got the supreme skills. I was even watching a video on his footwork and the movement and the looks he was giving Crawford from the wide stance, moving his feet effectively and closing the space. I just think Crawford is probably the most supreme boxer out of in that division. That's what my takeaway from it. And if he was to fight Spence, I think he would win. I don't know if he will go the full distance. I think he might even stop him. That's how I feel about that fight.
We stopped everyone since he's coming to the welterweight division. Would he stop Spence? I'm not saying it's impossible. Spence could stop him as well, but
I don't think he'll stop. I think he'll go 12 rounds.
More time, I would lean to 12 rounds, but it could happen. I mean, like I said before, Spence is probably at best case scenario 85-90% of his being, especially the car injury or horrific car accident or incident rather, and his eye injury. So that for me, that's at least taking 10% of what he has to offer, and that's being kind. So with that being said, I mean, Crawford does have the edge for me at this point in time.
Hey man, let's see Spence fight. When's his next fight?
We don't know, because I don't think he's got. From what I heard, interview of his trainer Derek James, they hasn't gone to sparring. He should be getting to sparring before the year's out. See how his body takes to sparring, and after that, we should look to see a fight. I mean, but Spence, the way he is, he doesn't like to take chin-up fights. So his next fight, if it's not Crawford, will be maybe an Ugas son that get the other belt. Because if he gets the other belt, he'll have 3 of the belts to Crawford's 1.
Why didn't Crawford fight? He just wants to fight Spence. He's 34, isn't he, Crawford?
Yeah.
So he's probably got 2 2
Nah, the way he boxes, he's got
Is it 3?
3-4.
You know, he's a smart boxer. Probably
3-4.
And the skill set he has, even though he's a bit more aggressive than the likes of Mayweather, especially at this point in the age, he can still reel it back and become more of a counter puncher and be more defensively aware and responsible. So that could give him at least another 3-4 years at least.
I saw Floyd making a lot of comments this week about boxers, young boxers to F the money, care more about their health. The skill boxer is about hitting and not getting hit. He was talking a lot this week. Even disparaged Canelo this week as well. And Ryan Garcia. What did you think about Mayweather's comments this week? Defending his boy Davis and such.
Touching on there, but Mayweather's comments. I mean, Mayweather's doing it. He just talks his talk. I mean, he frees the role. Even though I'm a Mayweather guy, I don't believe in everything he says because he's contradictory at times. Especially when he says he was getting up Canelo for picking and choosing fights, because towards the end of Mayweather's career, he did pick and choose the fights as he should. You know, as the A side, you demand, you pick and choose. I mean, you pick to choose the fights that are most valuable to you at the end of the day. But I mean, I don't know if I was mad. I mean, he's just Mayweather.
Is he disparaging the young generation just to keep his legacy?
Maybe. I mean, when you're that sort of guy, you've been there, the limelight, been a head hunter for so long, you're still going to try to keep your name relevant. Even the knock-on effects of keeping his name relevant, it keeps people like Tank's name relevant, keeps
BBC's
relevant.
It's not a great person for Mayweather to be attached to, because Tank is going to lose soon.
It's not about, you can lose, but it's just having a great career, I guess. You just how you bounce back. I mean, that's
not what Mayweather does, man. That's not Mayweather about.
That's the wrong part of Mayweather's career that's been blown up into proportion, where, you know, he's never lost, but he fought everyone, pretty much. I mean, he's fought the most world champions of everyone, but he just happened not to lose. But because he's never lost, they're trying to go extra to protect the O, but they're not fighting everyone. That's the thing.
Protecting the O, man.
I can't lie, he's an exception. He's an exception, you know, because like Melo said, he's fought the most champions, but again, I think his timing in fighting a lot of these guys, excellent. Let's just say if he had fought Canelo, say even maybe 2 years ago, Canelo wins. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, Canelo's more seasoned, but is a seasoned boxer.
But he fought Canelo quite early before Canelo got that championship experience.
I
fighting guys like Floyd.
He should have fought Triple G.
Who?
Mayweather.
I don't think that's good for his health if Triple G bangs him one time.
No, but
I don't think that's good for his health.
There was a time when they were calling for him to fight, but
Do you
obviously that was never.
Do you know what weight division Mayweather started from?
No, I don't know.
It's like 126, I believe it's feather or super feather. So his prime was in the 2000s, pretty much, not the 2010s.
Oh yeah, when it was pre-boy Floyd.
Yeah,
that's when Mosey.
2 years ago.
Is that when Mosey?
No, Mosey rocked in, I think 2011, 12, something like that. 2 years ago, Mayweather was 40. Why is he fighting Canelo? He's retired. Why is he fighting Canelo at 40?
He can't fight Canelo at 40.
I mean,
No, I'm just saying, like, if he did, innit?
No, I'm just saying, obviously, Mayweather, as you said, he earned the right, because he had to, at one point, he was the person that wanted the big fights. Yeah, and getting the B side of the fight. Like, when he fought De La Hoya, I think it was the B side. Yeah. So you earn it. And a lot of boxers now, they don't earn it. They just believe, because I'm this person, I've got this that I'm the A side automatically. And that's what these fights are not happening, because guys are not willing to sacrifice just to win.
Do you know he's like that? Anthony Joshua, in my opinion.
No.
So I feel things fell correctly for him. Obviously, you got the championship, and then blah blah blah. In my opinion, instead of going to fight Ruiz, you should have went and beef Fury. That's just what I think, anyways.
But then that fight would never happen. Look, Fury. Look, one of the things is, although I love Fury, I see it more and more. Fury is a guy. He likes to avoid fight. He's more talk than he action.
At this point, I think they're both like that, man. Because
I think AJ fights who's in front of him. So the Usyk fight, awkward fight for him. He shouldn't. I don't know if that's a fight that, you know, you just give away. Especially if you want all the belts, you just like that's just a nothing fight.
Speaking of Fury, he's been ordered to fight Dylan White by the WBC.
That's just a waste.
They actually.
Yeah, audits got a message today.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That fight is not attractive to me. That fight is not attractive to me.
He's gonna catch him with the uppercut, and then White's going to bed again.
White will cause him a few problems, but Fury will win.
Fury will. I think he beats him comfortably.
Don't be surprised if Fury gets knocked down in that fight, though.
Of course he will, because White is gonna rampage himself to. That's what I'm saying.
When Chisora fought
Usyk,
I think White's footwork is a mess. I don't think
he's a He doesn't make it. He's fighting. He's not boxing.
I hear it.
And when you change that kind of dynamic, it makes it difficult to. It makes it a difficult
He
fight.
gives it his all. I mean, you go out on your shield.
He's gonna die. Might die in that ring. Fam.
I mean, with Fury,
We've got AJ already selling through the ropes. Like.
I mean, yeah, we to touch on the point. AJ does something similar way. He over manipulates the fact that he's the A side. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you've commanded that much commercial value, and people are trying to overvalue themselves by like 3-4 times. Like, say someone's career paid is of 5 million, and you offer them 10 million and say, "Oh no, I don't want 10 million, I want 20 million." And like they're gonna for them to get 20 million, they're gonna take money from you that you've proven you have a track record of actually earning.
All we know
Does it make sense?
Wilder, was offered
100 million. For
100 million, and he turned it down.
If I type in Wilder's career payday, he hasn't made one. He might have made 10
It's
million.
20 million. I think he made 20.
He might have made 10 to 20 million with the Fury fights. Well, that's maybe I won't say it's 20 million over the 2 Fury fights.
Yeah,
But for one single fight, I doubt it's over 10 million.
they offered him 100 million
for 3 fights.
to fight AJ,
It's to fight Brazil and AJ twice.
and he said no.
I'm not gonna lie. Your business head goes on and you think, I'm doing that.
But it's because he wanted to protect those belts. That's it. He was never fighting AJ, and he might never fight him. And the thing is now, what's going to happen to White is that Wilder, that his legacy is going to just gutter out. Because technically, he lost to Fury 3 times, which is nuts.
That's
That's actually
losing
nuts.
to the same guy, well, twice officially, is that's
It's
mental.
tough. It's tough. There's no
Mental.
full fight. No one cares. No one trying to say
No.
you lost to a man 3 times. Hey, there's no way you tried every single
Who
style.
does he fight next? I don't even know who.
I think Melo said that he's gonna have to retire because where did he go? Where you gonna fight White?
Where does he go?
You fight White, and
And then where'd you go after White? Nowhere, really.
no,
You
unless
can't
you get
fight
the
Fury
AJ. The
again.
only one that unless AJ, okay, let's say Usyk beats AJ again.
And then you do the best of the rest.
Yeah. Just do the best of the rest. Let's see where you might. Because AJ will take. If AJ loses to Usyk,
He can't
he's
lose to
officially a model.
You know what? When you fight Usyk again, I can't lie. He has to pull through. I want him to pull through. I actually think he's a
Look,
decent guy.
The guy is.
He just has to pull through.
As
I don't even think I would prefer if he knocked Usyk out, but I think Usyk is too good of a boxer for AJ.
What happens if okay? Let's say he wins again. He wins by points. Why wouldn't Usyk want a rematch again?
It depends what Usyk wants to do. If Usyk wants to stick around in the heavyweight division, because he just dominated cruiserweight, didn't he? He dominated that. So.
Oh, he's gonna fight a Coley. Yeah, I don't think he'll go down.
Yeah,
That's the only fight for him, innit?
Mm.
That makes some sort of sense. I don't know. I think AJ.
How skilled is a Coley as a boxer?
He's all right. He's getting better. He's getting better. But from what I've seen, there's room for improvement. From what I've seen of him.
So if he was to fight Usyk right now,
Usyk beats the brakes off him. I'm not even trying to lie. Usyk beats the brakes off him. Like, no, Usyk is too good, man. Like, you know when he comes, I'm feed.
Yeah.
I'm very, very feed. Bro, this guy's a maniac.
I saw him boxing 2 dons at the same time in the ring. I was like, bro.
Guy's a maniac.
I was like, boy, that guy can box.
He's Ukrainian, innit?
Yeah.
What happened to my guy Lomenchenko?
He was good, man.
He got beat up by Teofimo.
He lost to
Speaking of
Teofimo.
Teofimo,
Because he was being passive. That's why he lost to
because
Teofimo.
he came up. I think that was his third weight division in the power, and Teofimo he fights at 135, but he could go all the way up to 147. Teofimo is very big at the weight, and obviously he thought the power was a bit tentative, and it took him too long to get into the fight.
Well, don't worry, he's got something. We got something for Tank.
We got who for Tank?
Yeah, Lomachenko, we're gonna go and take Tank. So.
Yeah,
And we're gonna beat him up because Tank's struggling against unknowns. So don't worry, we got something for him. He should have lost that fight. I watched that back. It's very close. It's close. I would have given it a draw. I think it was a draw.
I watched it live.
7-5 is the best you can give him.
So you can go 7-5 either way, but I lent to 7-5 to the other guy, but you could have gone 7-5 either way. I lent 7-5 to Cruz. I
told you. I thought Cruz won. I was like, bro, Cruz won more rounds than.
Cruz's rounds were more convincing, and a lot of the punches that they were saying Tank was landing, Cruz was blocking, or blocking or partially blocking. Cruz, never really looks hurt or anything. He looked like he appeared to stumble Tank. They said Tank's right hand was injured. Oh, sorry, was it left? One of the hands. I think it was his left hand. They said his left hand was injured coming into the fight. That only appeared adamant in the last round where he wasn't throwing his left hand at all. But he got his decision. He's gonna have to rematch that guy.
He's not rematching.
He should, no, maybe not now, but he should rematch that guy.
He should. If he loses to Ryan Garcia,
He won't lose to Ryan Garcia.
if he does, yeah.
Tank's a funny guy, man. He's like another version of Floyd.
Yeah.
He's another version of Floyd. You know who actually let me down? Adrian Broner. He let me down.
AJ Bono was an amazing boxer.
He was so good.
Then he got, I don't know what happened to him.
Bruv, the money, just the lifestyle.
I heard
Like,
how many brothers does he have to his name? What is his I'm getting cooked.
You see with Broner, I legit think he is Floyd if Floyd got distracted. That is Floyd. If Floyd let everything get to him and didn't focus, that is Floyd.
Yeah, he could be, yeah.
And I think with Tank, he needs to look at Broner about billions, that wanker, and just literally be like, I don't want to be like that. Let me legit put the work in. Because was there not one fight where he missed weight and he couldn't fight for the title?
Yeah.
So a few years back. But Tank, he's talented, but like you lot said, I think he needs to fight better people now.
I think Haney's the class of the division.
No, I'm not sure about that.
Why?
Haney probably has the most skills, but his chin is very suspect.
Has he been knocked down?
He hasn't been knocked down, but he's been hurt a lot by guys who don't hit anywhere near as hard as Tank does. So in that fight, Haney could box perfect for 10 rounds, and he could get just whacked. And Haney's got the most skills. I watched that fight earlier on today, but his chin is just too suspect, like for my liking. And he gets hit too much for his chin to be that suspect. So
I can't.
so it could be count vibes. So I don't know. And I like Haney a lot. I love the guy, but I can't say he's the class of division. I think he's better than Ryan Garcia, but it's between him, Tio, and Tank.
What's Cambosos?
Cambosos, he may upset the apple cart, because obviously he beat Teofimo. Teofimo came to that fight, he just with the wrong attitude.
Why was he trying to knock him out?
Because it's the wrong attitude, and because I don't know, maybe he thought it was above. He overlooked him. He was talking about fighting Tank, Haney, and so Lomachenko maybe, but he came in over.
Should have fought Lomachenko again, but I think he knew.
He wanted to prove him. He wanted to prove a point. Wanted to knock him out. Him and his dad give him the wrong instructions in the corner. They said, "Let's knock this MF guy out." Like, not actually giving him proper boxing instructions, and when he actually decided to give him proper boxing instructions, he contradicted himself by saying, "Just get rid of this guy." Blah blah blah. I mean, it was very confusing, and he got punished, and it's good. Hopefully, he can learn from this, and come back stronger.
Maybe
come back
lose
more
that. Oh man,
confidence.
it's painful. But at least now he'll box with less worries.
I mean,
True,
at least
because you've been beat now.
Yeah.
just come prepared. He won't overlook people. He won't come with a proper
I
game
was
plan.
trying to come there to knock them out.
I mean, you can come to knock Dons out, but you need to come with a solid game plan.
Yeah.
You can't just come shoot all your whole load in the first round and you get knocked down in the first round because you're over aggressive. And when you get over aggressive, you get punished.
Now you made another guy money. Hey man, at least you're feeding Dons. That's good. Every time one of these guys loses, you feed another family, man. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Nah, that fight, I was just shocked. I was just shocked. I was just shocked at that fight. I was like, wow, this is what you decided to do, but
it's the tactics. Obviously, he was trying to prove a point. The issue is in boxing. In a sport like this, how can you overlook someone? This is a sport when one punch can change everything, and you want to overlook. In your mind, you're thinking about your next. Oh, nah. You can't do that.
When boxers do that, I always take that as a sign of they're never 100% concentrated on the current fight. That's one thing I'll give AJ credit for. When they ask him, what about did he say, no, this is the guy I'm fighting.
But then this is the same AJ that would told us to hold his belt. Hold the belt. As if it's make a wish.
I mean, that's how Ruiz duped him because it wasn't.
That you see that stuff like that, yeah. AJ was known as, you see, even though he doesn't like being called the nice guy, the palatable guy, but he needs to just can't do that. The funny thing
is, when he was talking to Big Baby that time, he wasn't doing a nice guy thing. He was like,
but then again, they invoke. But you know it is because they invoke that anger and aggression. Because it was Big Baby, where I think he said they did what did they
face to face?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Press conference.
Nah, they do it with Johnny Nelson.
Face to face.
Is it called that?
Yeah.
But yeah, they done that, and he was saying that like they had like a little rap battle. They were cussing each other. Like he said, AJ said, I've never saw so much in a room because he said this guy just pissed me off that much. But you see, Andrew Ruiz, like you said, he was smart. He did the nice guy thing. Oh, let me hold it. It's getting in your head because he's like, this is the type of person.
But him and Usyk, they were doing the respecting.
But Usyk, you see them guys that are from that place, Eastern Europeans. Them men are built different. Them man, the guy shaved all his hair off. He didn't even need to do it. And he's coming in doing the normal guy thing, but you know he's gonna come in 1,000% prepared. He comes from that kind of lineage from the Klitschko brothers. Them man. So you know they prepare properly.
Do you know what the thing is? I think if Fury was to face AJ, he would do the nice guy thing too.
No, Fury's a clown, man.
No,
he's a troll. He's a troll, man.
Fury will change it up. He'll do the nice guy thing one conference or cuss
I
another
hear it.
conference. He'll completely take AJ out of his.
He might even dress up as the Joker and just go crazy.
One fight he'd be like, oh, AJ's an excellent fight.
But that's the thing. All these guys think, oh, Fury can do this and still be focused in the fight. AJ when he does the pally stuff, he's like taking out his game plan. Everything.
This is why I prefer when AJ just says, look, listen, I'm going to get in there, I'm going to focus,
That's why
I'm
it
going
was
to go to war.
Rui's second fight. I know he came out. But in that Rui's second fight, he just came to a box. He wasn't trying to...
He didn't, but smart. You came with your game plan. Because, you know, if you get
but
sucked
then
in...
he tried to use the same game plan against Usyk.
Yeah,
but he's just nowhere near as good as a boxer as Usyk.
Well, they did say that
boxer,
the Klitschko fight affected AJ a lot. As in, to the point where it was like, AJ was talking about not getting hit. He's got a fear of getting hit, getting knocked down.
Yeah, AJ's another one that's fearful of his chin.
This is the thing, yeah. You see with him and...
He was wobbly against Usyk.
Yeah, no, he was. See, against Usyk, the only way he wins that fight, he has to make it a fight. He can't do the boxing
Did
thing.
he not see Chisora? Did he not see what Chisora... Chisora went there and was just trying to do the rampage into
No, but he can't outbox Usyk. He's got to do a mixture. Got to try it out. Like, box him a little bit, but also, like, you know, even make him feel your weight. Hug him. Get on him. Slow him down. Exactly. You got to do... You're bigger than him. Why are you letting Usyk run around? Even control the centre at times, making you... What is that? Get on him. Hug him up.
Chisora went
Get in
there.
a couple...
Chisora wasn't even scared of Usyk's power. That's the thing. He was, like, right there in the end zone. Tried to ramp, but obviously got tired.
Chisora's got a good, very good chin. AJ doesn't have that chin that's that good.
I hear it, but you know Chisora's the guy you fight. Like, he's just a guy you scratch. He's one of them guys you beat him. And yeah, exactly. He's a name on your list, man. That you beat. I beat Chisora.
But Chisora not some done some. It's not that Takam.
Yeah, but it's Takam, man.
Takam, man, gave away AJ.
Is this a contender?
Takam is.
No, a contender. Just a guy.
I hear it.
There's a lot of guys.
He's a
but
giant.
Chisora's like what number 7 of the guys. You have to face Chisora, then you can get to the.
Chisora's a gatekeeper. Takam, I wouldn't class as a gatekeeper. He's probably.
How about Parker? Where's Parker?
Parker, he's on the periphery. Yeah, it depends how he does against Chisora. But Parker could be not be the gatekeeper. He could be the one that opens the door to the room of the king.
So you got to go through Chisora.
Trust me.
Face Parker.
Face Parker.
Then you go to see White because White is now just there. No one wants to face White because he's just like, why?
Well, you have to because he's WBC.
They're gonna. I can guarantee that fight is not happening.
What, Fury and White?
Yes.
No, it'll happen, man. It'll happen.
I
But Fury, you know what I don't like about Fury? He's come out and already said, I think he said he's only got like 2-3 more fights in him. I would personally like him to see him fight AJ, innit? I really want to see that.
AJ's on his list. He said AJ and I think...
He said Usyk.
And I think White as well.
He said he said that AJ should step aside, take the money, and he should fight Usyk next. That's what he wants to happen. We obviously know AJ's not stepping aside.
AJ wants his revenge, innit?
They said 40 million, he'll consider it. In the year, and that's what they're speaking about.
40 M's. If he steps aside, he's getting corn from me.
No, he is still.
He's getting corn. I don't care for 40 M's.
He said 40 M's, and he be guaranteed to fight the winner of Usyk and Fury.
He's getting
people say, why are you running from Usyk then?
He's getting absolutely corn. He's getting corn.
Remember, that's every girl's babe.
And guess who would love that corn the most? Wilder.
Yeah,
Wilder corn him off.
Wilder be like, I stepped into the ring 3 times. 3 times.
Wilder can't corn because Wilder was asking for money to be set aside when AJ was trying to fight Fury earlier in the year. So Wilder's been in the same position. It didn't happen in the end because they didn't pay the
Jason, at least he can say, I took mine to court.
You know what I mean?
AJ went there and took the money, 40 M's. 40 M's a lot of money to step aside though, shout out to him. White getting no peas though. Like, step aside though. He should face Wallen. I think Wallen can give him problems. You know?
Maybe they might try to do White and AJ rematch it. Winner that faces the winner of Usyk and Fury. And the losers face
AJ beats up White. Because obviously, he actually has venom to White for some reason.
No, them man don't like each other.
Yeah.
No, White's improved, so...
I can't lie. You
see
that fight was
good. What did Povetkin do to him? Not that last year. This year. Didn't Povetkin put his head to send him to orbit?
Rematch.
Send him to orbit, bro.
Got him on the rematch.
He got him in the rematch. But
Don't
it's
say
turned
sit
to,
until-
bro, White went to sleep. I'm shocked that
Povetkin's a
White.
very good box. For me, he's another gatekeeper.
Yeah, but he's 40 years old. 40-year-old man sent you to sleep. That is
He's-
a big
but he's
warning.
good,
Sign.
though.
And,
He's
he,
a- he's
and
a
White,
good
was
journeyman.
White was controlling the whole fight until he went to bed.
Who do you think's better, him or Chisora? Povetkin, I'm talking.
Right now,
No, just like who had a better career, who's a better boxer.
Mr. Povetkin.
That's why I'm not really surprised that.
He sent him to sleep.
Okay,
bro.
I'm surprised he sent him to sleep, but I'm not surprised
one
that
punch can change
he
it. Heavyweight
banged
division,
him. He banged him like
And
he
you
gave
think
him a.
and the thing is, they said that this is the only time. The White's weakness is the uppercut. So, bro, and he leans there as well. He leans like there, and he can send him to sleep. Bro.
But that age.
Not that if I fought White would knock me out.
That was good. That was a good fight. But that fight was literally two guys. I want to knock you out, and that's it.
And he knocked him out.
Sometimes you need
That's
that.
like the Chisora White fight. Chisora was a man in that fight. Bro. He tried to be a man there, and then
Chisora's he's a serious.
Hey, but I don't know about
take you
his-
to the trenches.
he's
man.
got CTE, fam. But the way his head has been knocked.
He'll take you to the trenches. That Chisora guy.